Good morning, students of class 5. Students, I'm sure all of you are happy and healthy. Students, in my last video, I had explained and completed Unit 19 of your English grammar book, and I'm sure all of you must have completed all the exercises of Unit 19. Now, children, today I'm going to start with Lesson 9 of your Wordsworth English Reader book, The Priceless Slippers. So all of you, please take out your Wordsworth English Reader book and turn to page number 87. Children, please take out your Wordsworth English Reader book, turn to page number 87, lesson 9, The Priceless Slippers. Children, now before I start with the word meanings of this lesson, I would like to tell you something about this lesson. Children, India is often referred as the land of mystics. Fine. Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia was a Sufi saint who lived during the 13th century. The story shows his simplicity and the austerity of his lifestyle. It also shows how people with divine knowledge can give without having. Now, what does this mean? This means that जो हमारी कंट्री इंडिया है वो लैंड ऑफ मिस्टिक्स कहा जाता है और यहाँ बहुत सारे साधु संत हुए हैं. मिस्टिक्स वो साधु संत को कहा जाता है जो भगवान को पाते हैं अपने प्रेयर्स और मेडिटेशन के थ्रू. और ये जो लेसन है हजरत निजामुद्दीन औलिया जो एक सूफी सेंट थे. सेंट मीन्स संत, महात्मा. ठीक है. और सूफी सेंट कौन होते हैं? एक स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, वो साधु जो अपनी लाइफ बहुत सिंपली लीड करते हैं. उनकी लाइफ में कोई भी कंफर्ट या लग्जरी नहीं रहते हैं. वो बस बेसिक चीजों के साथ रहते हैं. उनको रुपए, पैसे, लग्जरी इन सब से कोई भी मतलब नहीं है. और वो अपनी प्रेयर्स के थ्रू कहते हैं कि प्रेयर्स के थ्रू वो भगवान से प्यार करते हैं. एंड वो कहते हैं कि जो रियल लव है, दैट इज इफ यू रियली pray God and worship him, then you love all the creatures of the world. Fine. So ये एक बहुत बड़े सूफी सेंट थे. Fine. And you must know about सैयद मोहम्मद निजामुद्दीन औलिया जो बहुत बड़े एक सूफी सेंट थे. He was born in 1238 and he passed away in 1325. He was also known as Hazrat Nizamuddin, and he was one of the most famous Sufi saints of the Indian subcontinent, and he stressed upon love as a means of attaining God. और वो किस पे जोर देते थे कि अगर आप भगवान से प्यार करते हो तो आप सारी ह्यूमैनिटी से प्यार करोगे, आप किसी के लिए भी बुरा नहीं सोचोगे. Now, before I read this lesson, children, let's write the word meanings of this lesson. Now there are 25 word meanings which are given in the book. Fine. So let's write the word meanings of this lesson. Fine. And you can write the word meanings from the book. That is page 87, 88 and 87, 88, 89 and 90, 91. So there are total 25 word meanings which you need to write in your English notebook. Now I am going to read and explain the word meanings and you are going to write in your notebook from the book. Children, the first new word of lesson 9, the priceless slippers, is mystics. Now you can see that the first 5 word meanings are given on page 87. I'm going to read and explain and you are going to write in your notebook from the book. The first word is mystics, and mystics, a person who attempts to be united with God through prayer. मिस्टिक्स मतलब वो पर्सन जो भगवान से मिलता है अपनी कहते हैं भगवान से वो एक हो जाते हैं अपनी प्रेयर्स के थ्रू. द सेकेंड वर्ड इज सूफी सेंट. Sufi saint, a person belonging to a specific group and who leads a simple life without any comfort or luxury. आपने देखा है जो असली साधु संत होते हैं वो सारे कंफर्ट और लग्जरी से, है ना, वो दूर रहते हैं. वो अपनी लाइफ बहुत सिंपल लीड करते हैं, है ना. उनको किसी भी ऐशो आराम की चीज की जरूरत नहीं होती. The third word is austerity. And austerity means living without comforts, luxuries or decoration. Austerity मतलब एक ऐसी लाइफ, सिंपल लाइफ जीना, सादा खाना खाना, एकदम साधारण कपड़े पहनना, कोई भी लग्जरी और कंफर्ट आराम की चीजें यूज नहीं करना. The fourth word is divine. Divine means holy, related to God. The fifth word is desperation. Desperation's hopelessness, जब कोई भी उम्मीद नहीं रहे. Now children, please turn to page number 88. Then page 88 पे word meaning 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 दिए हुए हैं. The sixth word children is afford. And afford means didn't have any money to pay for, है ना. किसी भी चीज को खरीदने के लिए हमें पैसे चाहिए, है ना. और जब हम कोई चीज नहीं खरीद सकते हैं तो हम कहते हैं हम उसको अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते. हमारे पास अगर उतने पैसे नहीं है किसी चीज को खरीदने के लिए तो हम उसको बोलते हैं अफोर्ड. देन द सेवेंथ वर्ड इज रिकाउंटेड. रिकाउंटेड मीन्स टोल्ड अगेन, फिर से बोलना. देन द एट्थ वर्ड इज वोज. वोज मीन्स वरीज और ट्रबल्स, परेशानियां, ठीक है. देन द नाइन्थ वर्ड इज अटायर्ड. अटायर्ड मीन्स ड्रेस्ड. हम क्या पहनते हैं, कैसे पहनते हैं, वो हमारा अटायर है. Then the 10th word is assured. Assured करना, promised, वादा करना, assured, promised. Then the 11th word is adamant. 11th word है adamant, which means refusing to be persuaded or to change one's mind. कि अपनी बात पे अड़े रहना, है ना, अपनी बात से हिलना नहीं, है ना. जो अगर सपोज आपने कुछ ठान लिया है तो फिर वो करके ही रहना, फिर आपको कोई कितना भी बोले आप अपना डिसीजन चेंज नहीं करोगे. दैट इज एडमेंट, रिफ्यूजिंग टू बी परसुएडेड और टू चेंज वंस माइंड. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, टर्न टू पेज नंबर 89. 12, 13, 14, 15 word meanings are given on page 89. The 12th word is patiently, which means calmly or quietly, शांति से. Then the 13th word is summon. Summon means to call, बुलाना, summon करना, to call. Then the 14th word is impatient. That is irritable, एकदम कहते हैं ना धैर्य खो देना. Then the 15th word is worn out. 15th word है that is worn out, which means used and almost torn, एकदम घिसा पिटा. Fine. Now turn the page children, turn to page number 90. And the 16th word is galloping. Page 90 पे 16th word meaning दिया है. Galloping means moving at a very fast pace, the speed of a horse. इतना तेज मूव करना जैसे जो हॉर्स की स्पीड होती है उसको हम galloping बोलते हैं. Then the 17th word is stammered. Stammered करना, एकदम हकलाना, है ना. Speaking with sudden unwanted pauses, using usually out of nervousness. जब हम घबरा जाते हैं तो घबरा के कितनी बार हम हकला नहीं देते हैं, हड़बड़ी में कुछ बोल देते हैं, that is stammered. Then the 18th word that is also given on page 90, that is reverently. Reverently means respectfully, पूरी इज्जत से. Then the 19th word is robes. Robes means coat. जो लंबा सा कोट पहनते हैं उसको robes बोलते हैं. Then the 20th word is astounded. Astounded means shocked or greatly surprised. एकदम भौचक्का रह जाना. That is astounded. Then the 21st word is readily. Readily is immediately. एकदम तुरंत. Then the 22nd word is devout. Devout means devoted. पूरी तरह से devoted होना, है ना. Then The 23rd word is humility. Humility is humbleness, जिसमें कोई घमंड नहीं हो, कोई arrogance नहीं हो. That is humility. And then now turn to page number 92. The 24th and 25th word meaning are given on page 91. Sorry, page 91. And the 24th word is disciple. Disciple means शिष्य, जिसको student भी बोलते हैं. Disciple, student. And the last word meaning is inventor, which means creator. Inventor means creator. है ना? Now besides these 25 word meanings, now I hope you all have seen where the 25 word meanings are. So you need to write all the 25 word meanings in your notebook. And after writing the word meanings, children, you write the meaning of the phrases. That I am going to write on the board, and you also need to write these meaning of the phrases. And these are given at the bottom of the pages of the lesson. And there are 5 phrases given in this lesson. The first phrase is set off. First phrase is set off. Set off means started the journey. अपने सफर की, यात्रा की शुरुआत करना. Started his journey. हम कहीं भी यात्रा पे जाते हैं, ट्रैवल करने जाते हैं, तो यात्रा की शुरुआत करने को बोलते हैं set off. Then the second phrase is to part with. And to part with means to give them. अगर आपके पास कोई चीज है, आप उसको किसी को दे देते हो, तो that is to part with, to give them. अपना कोई सामान किसी को दे देना. Clear? Now, the third phrase is not going to bear fruit. Not going to bear fruit means कि आप कुछ भी करोगे उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा नहीं होगा. Not going to give any favorable results. कुछ भी करोगे उसमें आपको सफलता नहीं मिलेगी. उसको बोलते हैं not going to bear fruits. Then the fourth phrase is to say farewell. विदाई करना. To say farewell. To say farewell means किसी की विदाई करना. And that means to say goodbye. ठीक है? Goodbye करना. And fifth phrase is hopes were raised. जिसको कहते हैं ना उम्मीद जगना. Hopes were raised. And hopes were raised means उम्मीद जगना. To become hopeful again. To become hopeful again. So these are the 5 phrases which are given in this lesson. I hope all of you will write the 25 word meanings and the 5 meaning of phrases in your English notebook. Now children, I'm going to read this lesson for you. Please listen to me carefully. In a little village, there lived a poor man who was so tired of being poor that his sole aim in life was to become rich and have a lot of money. In his desperation, He had tried many means of making money, but he didn't get any satisfactory results. Then one day, someone told him of a great Sufi saint, Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia, who lived in Delhi. The poor man was told that the saint was a very kind man with extremely wealthy followers. Surely he will give me enough money to start a new business and then I will be a rich man, thought the villager to himself. The very next day he set off for Delhi, where the Sufi saint stayed. He had to walk all the way as he could not afford to travel on a horseback. Tired and hungry, the poor man arrived at the home of the saint at last. The Sufi greeted him kindly, and one of his followers guided him to where he could wash himself and brought him food to eat. After taking some rest, the villager told the Sufi the purpose of his visit. Why is it so important for you to have money? The Sufi asked. The villager recounted his woes. I don't have enough money to even eat or clothe myself. If I have a lot of money, I will never have to worry about these things. I will be happy. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you want. You will never be hungry here and will always be decently attired, the Sufi assured him. But the villager was adamant. He wanted money. For him, that was the only solution to his problems. He wanted to continue living in his village, start a business, and live in a comfortable house. The Sufi asked him, why did you come to me? I am not a rich man. But there are many rich men in Delhi from whom you may go and ask for money. The man said that he had thought of that, but knew from experience that the rich were never eager to part with their wealth. I had heard that you never turn your back on anyone, so I came to you. The Sufi slowly nodded his head but said nothing. He remained busy the rest of the day. There were prayers to be said, visitors to be met, and students to be taught. He continued his normal routine. The villager waited patiently for the Sufi to summon him and give him money or ask one of his wealthy friends to give him some. 2 days passed and he was getting impatient. On the third morning, he realized that his trip to Delhi was not going to bear fruit, and it was time for him to leave for his village. He had been taken care of very well. He had not been hungry, nor had he slept so comfortably in a long time. But money was not given to him. Feeling disappointed, he went to say farewell to the Sufi. Are you leaving? But I can't let you go empty-handed. The villager's hopes were raised. The Sufi took off his worn-out slippers and gave them to the villager, saying, you have a long and dusty journey ahead of you. These slippers may be useful. I only own what I wear, so I will give you these with my blessings. The villager was shocked but did not show his surprise, as he respected the saint and did not want to insult him. The world talks of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia, but in reality he is as poor as me, thought the villager to himself. He then left Delhi with the pair of slippers in his bundle. He was afraid that the people of his village would laugh at him when they would see or hear of the gift that the saint had given him. As the villager was walking in the hot sun, he saw a great cloud of dust coming towards him. As he watched, he saw a magnificent horse galloping towards him. An equally magnificent rider was seated on the horse. The horse and the horseman drew nearer and stopped in front of the villager. The striking horseman got off the horse and pointing to the bundle said, "You lucky man, are you coming from the great saint with a priceless gift?" The poor man stammered that it was indeed a gift that the saint had given him, but it was far from priceless. He wondered aloud how the stranger knew that the villager had been to meet the saint. "I recognize the sweet fragrance of my lord from the bundle that you carry." He introduced himself as Amir Khusro. The villager showed him the pair of slippers, and to his surprise, Amir Khusro picked them up reverently and held them to his head. "Be kind and give me these slippers for a bag of gold that I've earned for 6 months of work for the emperor. You can also have my horse and my robes." The villager was astounded, but he readily agreed to part with the slippers for the unequal amount. Both men were delighted with their exchange. Each thought that he had gained the greatest treasure. Amir Khusro left for Delhi, and the poor villager returned a rich man. Never again in his life did he have to worry about his food or clothing, and he lived happily. Needless to say, he became a devout follower of the Sufi, whose humility he could never forget. Later, the poor villager came to know that Amir Khusro was a great musician and poet, as well as the most famous disciple of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. He wrote in Persian, Arabic, and Hindi. He is considered to be the inventor of the tabla and the Hindi language. He was buried near the tomb of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia in Delhi. So children, this was the reading of the lesson, and with this I end today's video. I'll be continuing with the explanation of this lesson in my next video. Till then, all of you, please write the 25 word meanings of this lesson and the 5 meaning of phrases in your English notebook. And do read this lesson at least 2 times, so that when I explain and start with the comprehension exercises, you will be easily able to understand. So with this, I end. Thank you, children. Have a good day ahead.